Hello, everybody. It's Helen McConnell here from helenmcconnell.com. It's Thursday, and on Thursdays, I always post a video for a courage card. This is our courage card tapping series. So the way that works is I will read the card to you. I'll read all the information on the card, and I'll give you some insights, and then we'll do any tapping that I might be inspired to do. All right, and I encourage you to tap along with me, okay? So today's courage card says, move on and move up. Rise to the next level. Moving onward and upward means you are invited to release what no longer serves you and reach for new opportunities. God, that's so good. The path ahead may feel uncertain, but growth happens when you step beyond the familiar. Trust your strength, embrace change, and welcome what is waiting for you. You are ready to ascend. All right, so take a deep breath and really feel into that card and look at the image on the screen. It's about moving up to the top of the mountain where the sun is shining. The next level, what does that even mean? Like, we don't usually know what our next level is until we reach it. And then we look back and go, oh, yeah, I did rise from where I was to where I then was. And so you're invited as you do that. In fact, in order to move to the next level, you have to release what no longer serves you. And that could be a thought, a habit, an opinion, could be, for a lot of us, it's a belief that we have in ourselves that isn't correct. And we need to release that and replace it with a belief that is more correct and more helpful, more powerful. The path ahead is always uncertain. We never know what's going to happen. Do you know what's going to happen an hour from now? No. You might have a plan, you might have an appointment, you might have something on the calendar, and it may happen, but we just don't know how it's going to happen. There are too many variables. And so we have to learn to move through life with what I call dynamic equilibrium. Okay? So instead of being rigid, either like this or even like this. That is not the best way to get through life. We got to have a little bit of flexibility and fluidity, but not so much so that we just get blown over by everything. A little bit of firmness, but dynamic equilibrium and keep our balance. Trust your strength, embrace change, and welcome what is waiting for you. You're ready to ascend. Otherwise, you wouldn't be in this position. If this doesn't resonate with you, it might not be the time to make these changes. Really trust your internal guidance. But usually these things come up because it is time. What in your life do you want to change? What do you want to release that no longer serves you? So, to do this today, I'm just going to pick something that's kind of random, but it's for me, and hopefully it will apply to some of you. And if it's not exactly right, you can change it to whatever works for you, or you can do what I always tell people, just tap along and let your subconscious mind translate it into something for you. Okay, so here's something that needs to change for me. I'm sitting here looking at my desk, and I have a stand-up desk up here, so I'm looking out that way. My desk is messy. It's a really nice desk, and when it's clear, there's room to do all kinds of things. But when it's messy, my brain gets cluttered up and I'm not very productive. I'm not creative. I'm distracted. And so I'm going to tap on this messy desk, okay? And like I said, you can change the verbiage to whatever suits you, or you can just tap along. When I look at this messy desk, I'll tell you how I feel. I feel confused. I feel sort of thwarted, like I'm thwarting myself. I've got maybe a few too many things going on that haven't been finished, or that I'm not in a position to finish right now and I should put them away for now, but they're just sitting there. Things are just piling up. This isn't something I'm particularly proud of, but it's real. It's very human. So in my body, what this feels like is, ooh, right in the middle of my chest, there's some constriction. And it's like I can't move very well. which I do believe my messy desk causes my creativity to shut down. The intensity of this confusion or this shutdown, this internal shutdown, the intensity of this is at right now, it's about a 6. So tightness in my chest at about a 6. I'm not going to put a story with it or anything. I'm just going to sense into that feeling because until I pay attention to it and clear that internal intensity, I'm probably not going to be able to clear off my desk. And this is something that, uh, to me, for me, relates to not having a clear vision, like, and not having clear eyesight. Vision, all my vision stuff seems to relate to that feeling of the inability to start something, follow it through, and finish it. This is an old pattern of mine that started when I was really young, about the time I started having to wear glasses, before that, even. And now, when I start thinking about all of these things coming together that I wasn't able to let go of back then, that I'm ready to let go of now. I mean, I'm serious. It's some of these things I'm realizing I've hung on to all these years. When I felt uncertain, like this card says, when things feel uncertain, which was most of my life. I don't even know what, I didn't have any sense of self-esteem, any sense of self-worth. It was just, I was just spinning through life trying to keep up. Probably too much information, but let's tap on that. Okay, so hmm, even as I close my eyes, I can feel a tension right here in my head. Even though I have been struggling with this my whole life, I love and accept myself. Even though I have been hurrying to keep up and never keeping up, I love and accept myself. And even though my messy desk is a reflection of all of this thinking, I love and accept myself. Top of the head. My messy desk on the eyebrow, a reflection of my thinking. Side of the eye. My hurried thinking under the eye. My unorganized thinking. I'm just saying things as they come to me. Under the nose. My traumatized thinking. On the chin. My lack of self-worth thinking. Collarbone. My hurry up thinking. Under the arm. The I can't catch up thinking. Top of the head. All this thinking. On the eyebrow. All this hurry up thinking. Side of the eye. Trying to keep up thinking. Under the eye. Never keeping up thinking. Under the nose. Feeling like I have to keep up when I can't thinking. On the chin. And I'm ready to let that go. Collarbone. I'm ready to let go of any need to keep up. Under the arm. I don't need to keep up. Top of the head. Life keeps up with me. On the eyebrow. So as I'm doing this tapping, side of the eye, I'm realizing that it's time for me to slow down. Under the eye, just do one thing at a time. Under the nose. Don't hoard. On the chin. Don't clutter. Collarbone. Finish one thing at a time. Under the arm. Keep it nice and slow. Top of the head. I don't have to prove anything to anyone. On the eyebrow. I never did. Side of the eye. But now I know that's true. Under the eye. It's finally time for me to let all that go. Under the nose. To slow down. On the chin. To live a peaceful life. On the collarbone. To do one thing at a time. Under the arm. To take care of me. All right. Just take a nice deep breath there. Really let your arms stretch out a little bit. Let all that energy go. Okay, I don't know if that helped you at all, but I know it helped me. And this is the thing about tapping. Hopefully something about that will be helpful to you. And if not, just come back next week when we do our next one. All right. I hope you'll subscribe and join us each week for these courage card tapping sessions. Thanks for watching.